Brixton Metals. So a really focused exploration company focused on copper, gold, and silver. So little market facts for you. Company sitting about 14 million in cash right now. Gives us around about a 50 million market cap. And I'd say that we've got pretty significant liquidity. If you look at the numbers, 164 million shares traded just last year alone. And we've got a good roster of shareholders. Eric Sprott, Robert Friedland converted his position to Ivanhoe Electric, which we'll talk a little bit about a joint venture we have with them in Montana. And we're pretty excited this season. We've got one of the largest budgets the company has seen. We anticipate having 2 drills turning and upwards of 20,000 meters on this THORN project. And it really is a beast of a project. And it's really morphed over the last few years to nearly 3,000 square kilometers of a emerging Triassic to Eocene porphyry belt. And we're not talking about one porphyry. We've identified 14 large-scale target areas on the property. So we're pretty excited to get going this year with a couple drills starting in May. And you can see the block. It's kind of north of the golden, what's dubbed the Golden Triangle, which is really an arbitrary triangle, really. But you can look at the geology, and I think the geology says it all. We're dealing with the same rocks as most of the Golden Triangle, and we believe we've got a real large-scale project on our hands. And when people ask, well, what is it that you have up there? What does it look like? And this is kind of the best analog that we see. It's kind of like the whole Sulphurettes camp. If you're familiar with Seabridge or Tudor Gold, we think we have that and some on the THORN project. So it's really a large-scale project, and we've got many large-scale targets that we're working on. Most of the dollars this year, however, is going to be focused on 2 targets: the Camp Creek porphyry target and the Trapper gold target. These are very large targets in their own right. We simply can't work them all, but we'll continue to advance some of these other targets and get them drill ready. Here's some work that we did. We flew a fairly large airborne geophysical survey, and what's interesting about this one is you can see the first one up in the upper left is the shallow response from the Camp Creek and Trapper targets. And as we go, we're taking horizontal slices now, so we're getting deeper. There's a 200-meter slice there. And as you get deeper down in the system, there's a 400-meter slice. These things just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you get down to this 800-meter slice. This thing is just a massive anomaly down here. What does it mean? It's a conductivity. It's an anomalous signature. Obviously, we need to drill test this thing. The drilling we did at Trapper didn't even get to the top of the juiciest part of the anomaly here. So we're pretty excited about this because it's supporting what we've been chasing here for a while. Here's some of the drilling we did last year. We've made what we think is a significant copper porphyry discovery that's gone unrecognized in the market. And what's important about these holes is these 2 holes, 184 and 183. You can see both of them ended in porphyry-style mineralization. And those 2 holes are about almost 300 meters apart at depth. And you can see the bottom of 184 ended in 14 meters, 1% copper equivalent. And what's significant about this is we don't believe this is an open pit, but we do believe, as this is a large-scale block cave system, you can see where the colors start to get yellow here on the drill trace. This is where we're getting into the porphyry doesn't really start till about 300 or 400 meters depth. But all these holes indicate the grades increasing at depth. So the goal is to, we don't believe that we hit the core of the system yet. That's the plan this year, is to either wedge off 184 and kick it off to the northwest perhaps and kick this thing down to maybe 1,500 meters. And then really try and find the core of this thing. And I think this could really turn the story on. Here's what the mineralization looks like. It's copper dominant. It's copper, gold, silver, and moly. And we hit actually some really interesting gold numbers too. Down 1175, we hit 1.8 meters of 89 grams of gold. So that's not typical porphyry-style mineralization. So we do see some perhaps overprinting within the system as well. So some enrichment, which is good to see. And this matches quite well. This is gold geochem on the THORN. This is the main northern part of the block where we've been doing most of the work. But you can see 11-kilometer gold trend. We've got this outlaw zone, which is about a 5-kilometer gold footprint. There's Camp Creek up here. There's Trapper. We extended the Trapper anomaly last year with rocks and soil to about 4 kilometers. And we think this thing just may keep on trending here. We're not sure what's going on in the central part of this thing, but this is where the biggest part of that geophysical anomaly lies, kind of in between those two. So an exciting large-scale target and lots to do. This is some of the work we did last year on the Trapper target. One of the best holes we drilled there this year was hole 186 that returned 187 meters of 1.6 grams of gold, including 139 meters of over 2 grams of gold with an 11-meter interval of 19 grams. So quite a nice intercept with significant visible gold in the hole. And it seems to be related to this diorite porphyry unit. I'd say it's similar to Camp Creek, but not quite the same. We have had some age dating done on it, and they are the same age. They're coming in at Cretaceous age. So we're going to do some more work on this and see, kick some of these holes down and see if we can get some strike on this zone. What some of the gold looks like, you get these little wispy veins of sulfur salts, pyrite, galena, some base metal, these little base metal veins with visible gold in them. So it's quite good to see that. And we also get disseminated gold within the diorite unit itself. And just a little bit on Hog Heaven. So Brixton, about a year ago, struck a deal with Robert Friedland's HPX, which is now converted into Ivanhoe Electric. And this is Robert Friedland's U.S. platform that they're building and likely taking public soon. And so we struck a $44.5 million earn-in agreement with Ivanhoe Electric to earn into the Hog Heaven project in northwest Montana. And this is a great success story, I think, in the making, because Brixton bought this private land mining asset from Pan American Silver for $1 million in stock near the bottom of the market. And I'd be like, I want another one of those. I want to do that deal all day long. But what's encouraging is that they're into their second year now, and they will likely be drilling that target soon. They've done all the background work on it, done some significant geophysics on it, so they're basically ready to drill this target. So we're pretty excited to see them advance. And once they do that earn-in, if they get that far, then Brixton will still have a 25% position to potentially co-build a mine, or perhaps sell our interest. So we'll see how that rolls. So that's pretty much my pitch here. I mean, I think in summary, we've got a very large-scale project on our hands. We've got a good treasury to go to work. We're going to have 2 drills turning all summer. We're going to have a lot of news hitting the street on this. So I think Brixton is really one to watch. And please have a look at our website. And thank you very much.